Hello there guys, and welcome back to Titan Quest Let's Play. This is one of the last few episodes. We're pretty much at the end of Hades' Palace almost, but we've got plenty of optional things to do. See, we've got Hades' treasury still left. We need the last stone, and we've got a couple of side quests here in the palace. So we'll be working on that. We also had this spear drop and decided to try putting Veiler of Achilles in it to see. We only have 2 pieces of it, but it's worth a try. See if it does, because if you remember, that spear was pretty good. The only thing is its attack speed was bringing it down a bit, and we had 2 pieces of Veiler of Achilles. Ideally would have a completed one, so here it is, and doesn't really do that much actually. You know, it's 150%, 114%. I don't think it's really worth it, to be honest, so no, not gonna go with that. Right, let's begin. We've got 3 ways here. We've got this main door here, and we've got a couple of stairs on either side. So we begin exploring from this direction here. We'll go and fight the second Makai general. If you remember, we already defeated one of them in the previous episode. It was Dysnomian. Now we're going to be fighting Trophonius, and he uses slightly different attacks. Also, if you remember, in the previous episode we met the Dactyl, which is the most badass enemy in a game, the most dangerous enemy in a game as well, and which spawns, you know, randomly spawns in certain areas of Hades' palace. So if you missed that, you should definitely check it out, because one day a Dactyl could catch you out and you could end up dead. Alright, so you go through this door. There's more albino spiders here. This is a nice farming area for albino spiders. Alright, so pick up all the gold and you go through this portal way. It's worth to prepare just before you go. This Makai mostly deals in fire damage. Now, I don't really seem to have any other fire rings. I think I've got one equipped already, which is giving us a 28% fire resistance. But I don't seem to have anything else. It's highly advised to get your fire resistance higher. 28% is still doable, but it's dangerous. So we're going to be trying it with 28%. It's going to be very tricky, but it's doable. So first of all, there'll be plenty of Makai archers here, so first of all you have to try to separate them and get as many as you can before you aggro the main guy. See, there he is glowing. So try to get the other guys like aggroed towards you. See which is getting their attention. Bring them away. See, this is good that they're separating from him. And there we go, he already saw us. So his main attacks, well, first of all he's going to be shooting with fire arrows. Second of all, he's doing the eruption. If you notice, that's pretty much his most dangerous attack. You definitely want to stay away from that, because it'll be dealing damage every second for 6 seconds, which is the same as you got in the Earth Mastery, you know. And each of the bursts will do quite a lot of damage. Even just walking into these little fireballs will do a lot of damage. So see how much damage we've acquired. He's also doing that pink beam, which I think is the same as the one Bandari uses from back in Chang'an. But yeah, one of the problems you see with him, where he's got his helpers, is that he's got Earth Enchantment. You see, an Earth Enchantment aura, it spreads to nearby allies as well. So it's not just he's the one who's shooting fire arrows; he's making all his minions shoot them as well. So it's pretty dangerous. You're getting skewed with fire arrows repeatedly. So this fire resistance would have really helped here. You know, especially with the eruption. So I decided to actually use the scroll of the crushing vortex to make the job a bit quicker, because otherwise this was taking ages, and it's still not doing that much damage to him. I mean, he's got all these Makai generals have got quite a fair bit of health, so you can't just hope for the best, you know, and just use luck. You've got to be actually, you know, on top of your game here. So yeah, at the very least, we've destroyed all his minions, so he's the one who's left. And he's casting that eruption quite frequently, so you have to be a bit careful, you know. He's doing it like once every 10 seconds or so. So yeah, now I got tired of his bullshit, so I got up close and look how... one more hit and I would have died. One more fucking hit, I would have died. So there we go, managed to beat him. It's really risky if you see with your main resistance being quite low, but we've beaten him. So yeah, so I've really low on health potions, so I decided to go and restock on them. Alright, so I've gotten stocked up on health potions. If you notice, I've got 50 now, so we're ready to continue. So just gonna backtrack, come out this way, and we're gonna go in this direction. And this leads us into this big room, which is full of Makai and a few Gigantes. There are a few Makai archers, especially Master archers, so you gotta be careful. But this room, you can enter this room from 3 different directions. You can enter it through the main door, back where we started, you know, the rebirth fountain. I'll show you in a bit. Just take care of all these. There's also those behemoths trapped in there. You can actually release them. And I think they, if I remember correctly, they do fight the Makai, but then they go for you afterwards. So it's a bit of a gamble. Now you got that Master Archer there, he's really annoying. So you gotta be careful with these guys. And there's a few Wardens as well. You know, Wardens, they get really up close to you. It makes it difficult to get to the archers. But if you go around this way, there are some Gigantes here. See a couple of Vanguards. And this is a door. I'll show you. See? This is where we began this episode. So yeah, some more Gigantes here. Gigantes do have some really nice monster rares, you know, rare equipment, which you can find. I think most of it is called Alcyonius' set. Alcyonius was figure from mythology, which was like one of their main leader Gigantes. But yeah, you get, and these pieces, they're actually green. You can actually see if a Gigantes wears it, you can actually see it's green in color. And they're actually pretty good. You get braces, leggings, main armor, helmet, so you get a bit of everything, you know. You also get their shield. I forgot what it was called now. It had a cool name, but it's a shield which got like a fire-breathing Gigantes face on it, and that's pretty cool as well. That's a pretty cool monster rare. Right, albino spiderweb just dropped. Right, so there's one over there. So let's combine it. So 2 pieces. We only got 2 pieces. See how rare they are. I mean, we only found 1 piece up to now. This is the 2nd piece. And luckily enough, we got the 3rd piece. Like in the same area, I've got 2 pieces, and up to now, we haven't had anything. So yeah, 3 pieces only. And it's not like they're that good anyway, so it's one of those relics that isn't really worth it. Unless, of course, if you need it as an ingredient for one of the formulae. Alright, so this is the other direction which leads us back to that room. See, it's all connected. All these rooms, they're all interconnected. So yeah, we're gonna get back in here. That's the main place where you have to go, but this is a side area over there where you fight the last 3rd Makai general, Machae. So we're gonna be fighting him now, and he's a poison based. And we can look how many Makai already see literally the moment you enter. So yeah, just loot them out, get them bit by bit. You don't want to be fighting the general and all these guys at the same time. It's suicide. So you just loot them out. Even just fighting loads of minions by themselves is already dangerous, even if you don't have the hero nearby. These archers, they're deadly. Just gonna get that guy. Get away. Okay. See in the top left corner you can see the glowing guy. That's the general. So before I'm gonna fight him, I'm gonna put these braces on. We already have 52% poison resistance, but I want to put more. See, 67. 67 is a hell of a lot better than 52, right? So, let's do it. Might save us a potion or 2. Alright. So, there he is there. Let's just... See, Master Archer as well. I mean, this is really dangerous. I mean, Master Archer is really dangerous by itself. But if you got a Master Archer and a Makai General, that's really dangerous. This whole... you know, Hades' palace is a really dangerous area overall. There's so much stuff here that can kill you. It's like the difficulty suddenly scales up. See all these guys running after us. And he's doing a couple of attacks. He's doing the poison clouds. See, he's doing them quite frequently as well. And he's also doing these 2 beams, which I think is the same thing that Medusa does. So I think they stun you. Well, I'm not about to find out, so I'm not gonna be walking into them. But yeah, the poison clouds are the things you most wanna be aware of. But even if you're aware of the poison clouds, his poison arrows are still dealing quite a bit of damage, so you really need poison resistance here. And you'll see that having the right resistance makes a huge difference, because we're gonna take this guy down a lot faster than the previous one. See, he's casting this poison cloud really frequently, and even with our 67% poison resistance, it can still deal quite a lot of damage to us if we stay in it for too long. So if your poison resistance is low, you're really treading on thin ice, you know. See? We've only been there for a second and it's already drained like a 5th of our health. Alright, so we're taking this guy out. See, a lot faster than the previous guy. And the main reason for that is because we had the right resistance. So now we're gonna put the braces back on, our previous ones. Right, so we've done Hades' generals, killed all 3 of them, phew. And this is a bonus you get experience and also plus 5% to total damage. Now here's the thing, in the original version of the game, this quest reward is actually bugged. What happens is that you receive the reward, but then if you quit the game and then come back again, the reward will not be there anymore. So you have to get the fan patch. I think fan patch actually fixes it. It's the same problem that you get with the Stygian Lurker quest. The bonus you get from that doesn't get applied on after you leave the game. So you have to get the fan patch. And what happens that even if you already got this, done this quest, look at that Makai. He's trapped in a cell. He spawned inside a cell. Well, we're not about to unlock him, so he can stay there for all eternity. Yeah, so what the fan patch does, once you install the fan patch, even for the characters which you already done this quest, it will simply give you an item and it'll say, go and see the so-and-so quest character in the first village, and he will actually update it for you, so this is pretty nice. Right, anyway, so we're going around. If you remember, we actually could enter this area through the other direction, but I'll show you through here. This is the main entrance, Police de Machae. So take care of these guys. And that's a pretty nice, pretty area there, but we can't go there, unfortunately. It's just for looks. Yeah. Nobody will ever know what's behind that door, because, you know, we never get a chance to go there. You see here, this is where we were just now. I'll show you. See here, this is where we fought Machae just now. So all these rooms are interconnected, and you can explore them in whatever order you prefer. Although it can be quite overwhelming if you first time. And look at that, 2 Master Archers. See, this is this kind of shit that makes it really dangerous, you know. You've got to be really on top of your game here. I mean, this is a final area. They're pretty much throwing everything they've got at us. I mean, imagine how hard this is on Legendary. This whole act is pretty hard on Legendary. Squall is really nice against these guys because Squall makes the archers miss as well. See, you've got Warden of Souls there, we can see on the minimap. Warden of Souls, I actually mentioned in the previous episode. If you remember all these cells we just came across with souls, and also some of them have loot, but Grandmaster Archer there. Well, yeah, you can unlock those cells only once you gain the key from Warden of Souls, and we're gonna fight Warden of Souls in a second. Yeah, just take care of it. This is like a Master or Grandmaster Archer in nearly every Makai pack around here. So this is like really dangerous. Poison resistance goes a long way here. Piercing and poison. I mean, piercing resistance, you can't do Act 4 without piercing resistance. It's just gonna be death galore. See, another 2 Master Archers there. I mean, what are they thinking? And a Gigantus is coming to join the fray. Best to make use of this Frostbite Shrine, because these guys, you gotta slow them down. Alright. It's like really dangerous encounters, you know. Every single encounter brings me that much closer to death. Alright, and here's Warden of Souls. See, he's a really big Gigantus. He's like the big guy. But even he, you know, falls short of the Dactyl. I mean, Dactyl, that guy, nobody recognizes him, you know. He doesn't have a star, he's not a monster hero, but he's so much more powerful than any monster hero ever. See, there we go. This guy's mostly a tank. You can withstand his hits. Key of the Warden of Souls. So here it is. Here's the key. You can keep this key and you can go back and unlock all the cells, although it's not really worth it because most of them don't have anything, and some which do have treasure chests, they're like a really small treasure chest which only give you like gold or a potion. So, you know, it's not really worth backtracking. What is worth going back to is Hades' treasury. But we're going to be doing that in the next episode. Here, don't forget to go this way. This is 3rd Crystal of Erebus here. It's guarded by a few more Gigantes. That's a Vindicator there. So don't you worry. It's not a Dactyl. Alright. Alright, so let's destroy this 3rd Shroud of Erebus. And we pick up the crystal. So let's combine it with the ones we had over there. There we go. 3 pieces. So this leaves us with just 2 more. And the last 2 you get actually in a room just before you fight Hades himself. So there will be 2 by either side of where you fight him. So it's pretty much you get them at the very end. Right, so this is the way we'll be going in the next episode. We're gonna be finalizing some stuff. There's very little left now. Probably 1 or 2 more episodes and then we'll be finished. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.